Guys. Alright, so I'm going to make this pretty decent video about a special phone. This is a phone review here, and it is about the Microsoft Lumia 640. Okay, this is 2016. It was released about a year ago. I've never had a Windows phone, and it was about $40 through Cricket, I do believe. And I go over there and I pick up this phone and I get it, and I'm very amazed by the speed. The speed is really well in this phone. I'm not sure, like I said, I've never had a Microsoft phone, so I mean it might be different from other Microsoft Windows phones, but from the reviews and things that I've watched in the past and learned about, they all have pretty good specs, and the phone works pretty functionality really well. That being said, so I get this phone, I get all my apps on there that I can get. We'll go to that in a second. Um, and the phone is great. I'm like a diehard Apple fan. I've always had iPhones. Um, Problem is I needed to sell my iPhone. I just needed something temporarily. So I get this Lumia and I get it going. I wish I had a better camera so I could show you guys what I'm doing on it right now. So I get this phone, I turn it on, and all my apps show up, and it's still on Windows 8.1. Okay, so I go ahead and update it to Windows 10, which I think is even better. You know, I think it works better, it functions better. So that's all good. So I start trying to get some apps. Let's get to this apps. Here's the issue with this phone is there is no apps for this phone. Okay, I mean this phone is there's no apps. There's no apps for Windows phones. And I mean I figured and I've heard that the apps would be a little bit sluggish. Okay, this is the one I got right here. And I figured, you know, there wouldn't be so many apps, or I mean, but there's none. There's not even a YouTube app, let alone a Snapchat app. Um, there's the Facebook app don't even work. I mean, it does. It's very slow. And how they're doing it is they use the browser to get on your Facebook. Okay, so I mean that's kind of horrible. And the apps itself is very bad on this phone. I mean, given that to the side, I think the phone itself. I mean, I would rate this phone for $40 5 stars. Okay, I got it for this price here. But I would literally rate the phone 5 stars. If you can deal without not the apps, uh, you know, I mean, I'm honestly not going to use the phone. I've had it for 2 days now, and it is extremely horrible to use this phone. I mean, the camera's fine for $40. Cortana, um, 8 megapixel camera with the flash. The battery life is great. The speed on the processor is amazing. The speed on the internet's fine. I am not having any issues with the phone itself. There is no apps. There's no developers making apps. I did a little bit of research in this, and I mean, for these types of phones, I would honestly rather have the Windows phone than I would an Android any day. I mean, that's what I'm actually using an Android phone now because of the apps. I mean, I would literally use the Windows phone over an Android phone. I don't understand why they're not picking up on this. I mean, these have been around, what, 2, 3, maybe 4 years now, Windows phones. Um, I'm just kind of blown away. So, my question is, and I'd like you guys to leave in the comments what your guys' opinions are about the Windows phones and with the Windows apps. Let me know, guys, because I'd really like to continue with Windows phones, but I can't continue with no apps. I mean, that's until there's apps. I'm definitely going back to iPhone. I mean, very in the near future. I was hoping to hold on to this phone because I'm not a big Android fan. Nothing against Android, you know, people. I'm not trying to start a big old thing. Just people have their preferences. So I have iPhone preference, and you know, I'm just not an Android person. So I would have been a Windows person if the apps were there. So let me know what you guys think. It's absolute tech.